Hi, so this is a second video of this one. So last video we saw about the whole UI thing. So we have a UI, whatever you are seeing the preview, we have a toolbar, logo, and task manager, and we did splash screen, and we have two list items, and we have created a dialog also. Okay, while pressing on fab icon, we need to show a dialog. So we already did that also. Only thing we need to show it here is show dialog is equal to show dialog. So whenever we are clicking the box, the dialog should open. So let's see over here. So if we can switch this one to true also, it should open. Okay, yeah, you can see it here. So our dialog box is opened already. So if I change it to false, it will show go to false, and this add click or cancel click, whatever the click, it will be working. Okay, so now we are going to determine the SQLite in our application. So whatever we are adding here, it will store in a SQLite database. So we are going to store those things in our database, like, okay. So we'll just create our local database. First of all, file group, okay, database. So inside database, we are going to create two classes. One is for initializing the database, and we are going to see how we can take a singleton class for that database also. Okay, so let's first, before creating that, we need to import shift git from the GitHub. We are going to import this package management in our application. Okay, so let's import this one. So add package dependencies. If you go it here, so I already added here, that's why it is showing. I can add the package directly, otherwise you need to paste the GitHub URL over here, it will show. Okay, so then you can select this one and you have to add this package. Once it added, it will run and it will be shown in your package project, and you can import the SQLite in your file and you can use it. So now it is added, so I can use this SQLite. I can import the SQLite in my DB classes and I can directly use it. Okay, let's create a new file. File. This file should be a SQL file. Okay, so let's say SQL file. Okay, database. Just I am having this name as database manager. Okay, I just created this file, and this is also class database manager. So in this, inside database manager, we are going to create private let db connections. Okay, so this connection is from shift SQLite. Okay, so we need to import the shift SQLite. Okay, once it is imported, we are going to create init function for db. So db will be initiated not by constructor. Okay, so we are going to initiate the db inside this by getting the path of the our local file. So okay, let path is equal to n is search path. Okay, search path directly. Okay, this is the directory, like document directory. Then data mask should be user. Okay, and expand title is no need. Okay, then so let's start with first. Okay, only first time. Then we are going to initiate the db is equal to try connection. Okay, we are going to try the connection with the path slash our database name dot extension db. Okay, so this you can open this file in a SQLite also, so that is why we are using this one. So then now we are going to, what is this? Okay, we need true. Okay, so we just now we created a db, but we are going to add convert this one as a singleton class, right? So we are going to create a local static class shared is equal to database manager. Okay, so we initiate this class over here. So whenever we want to use, we call this class by this shared by this class, and we can accept everything, but this is a private variable, we can't use this one. So for that we are going to use get db function to return the database connection. Okay, return db. Okay, so this will return db, so you can use it as use this one as any other database classes. Okay, so now we created a database actually, so now we are going to create a table in the same place, or you can create anything. So we are going to create a table. If our convenient, we can add tables as a one group, or without group also. For this project we don't need a group actually, we can directly have the file, but for showing I am just creating this one. So this one we have a notes table. So I just created a class, note table class. This class also the same, notes table. So inside notes table we are going to create the same static let shared is equal to notes table. Okay, so we have a static variable for this notes table class, but the thing is we are going to instantiate this, we need a db connection for this class also. So for that we are going to add a db connection private val db connection. Okay, so this db connection we need to get from the parameter. Okay, so let's see, we need to import the SQLite, then we are going to init the db connection. So in the db connection we are going to init, right? So that db connection we are going to get it from here through the static variable database manager dot shared dot get db. So now we are passing this one. So this is, what is this? Okay, so this is what data dependency injection, we are injecting the dependency of this class through the database manager class. Okay, this is a dependency we need, we are injecting in the class for using this class as a singleton class. So that is what we are going to do. Okay, we are doing here. Okay, then we are going to create a table let task not task note table and table name. Okay, notes private let note id expression, this expression should be int, then this should be note id. Okay, so the same thing we are going to express note title, then I think we don't have anything, completed status. Okay, not completed. So this note title, note id, string. Okay, string. Okay, so this node title will be string and node completed will be int. So for our reference we can have it as 0 is not completed, 1 is completed. Okay, so 0 is not completed, 1 is completed. Then we have only 3 columns in our table. Okay, then it should be fine. Inside init, right? So we are going to create that table. Okay, inside init we are going to create a table by this same table name, node table dot create. Okay, create. So this is a query we have to add. So query we will add as a lambda parameter. Here we need to, if not exist means true, because if that the table is not exist, we have to add it over here. Otherwise we don't want to add it here. Okay, then table in. Okay, table dot column. So column name is whatever we defined over here, that is a column name. If we didn't define here, means you can use the expression directly over here, because already we add a expression, so we don't want to. Note id. So primary key you can give it as true also. Two options. One is true. If you want to auto increment primary key, means you have to give primary key dot auto increment. Okay, so now it will be auto increment primary key. Okay, table column. Okay, so the same note title. This is not a primary key, but we can give a default value of empty. Okay, note completed, default value is 0. Okay, so this is the default value. So we have let create query. Okay, so now we have a create query. Now we need to run this create query in our database table. Okay, so to running this in our database table, we are going to try for this one db dot run this query, create query. Okay, so once the create query is run, the database will be created, so that's not a problem. Okay, you can use it this one like this. Okay, so now not database, the table is created. So once the table is done, we have some few options, right? We have to insert, and we have to update, and we have to delete. We have to get all the data. There is no delete option in our code actually, but we will see the delete option later onwards in some other tutorial, or I can show it over here also now itself. But we have to create three functions, four functions actually. Function for insert. Okay, insert should be, we are getting the task. Actually we are getting that nodes. Actually this node module we will get. Okay, so this table won't get, we will get nodes. So we will add note as nodes. Okay, so this nodes we will get. From this nodes we are going to insert catch print error. So in this do track we are going to take a insert query. Insert query is same like a create query. Node table dot insert. So inside this insert we need to dot self dot node id, need to be have node dot node id. Okay, like this we have to add. So here node title, node completed. Okay, so here title should be node title, completed should be, it's not node completed because we are creating, right? It is a default one, so it is 0 only. Okay, we don't want to. So now we are going to run this one. Let node id is equal to self dot try self dot db dot run insert. Okay, so once it is run, we can return this ID. Okay, we are going to return the ID. This is int 64, return note ID. Okay, note ID, and we have to return something here also. It's 0. Okay, so this is for insert, and we are going to add one for update. I'll just copy and paste it over here. Only two things will change. So update will be a little bit different. First we will take we'll take the item updated item is equal to not table dot filter. So filter this here we can add any expression. The expression is like what we are going to take. It's quite little bit easy only. So we are going to take note ID, right? So the first note ID, actually we are going to equal this note ID. This note ID means this is the note ID from the table. Okay, this variable name actually. Okay, this variable name is equal to this note dot note ID. Okay, this our column note ID is equal to the incoming note ID. So I am taking that note ID and I'm going to update that item. Okay, that item with let update query. This will be update item dot update. So here we need to set all the values exactly. Okay, like this. Done. So now we already we setted the one, but it's updated means we don't know what is coming and what is going, right? So we will do the completed also like this. PLE completed task, not completed. Okay, so we don't want to update the ID. Here also we are not going to insert the ID because it is a primary key and it will be auto incremented. So insert also we don't need ID. Here also we don't need ID. Then finally we need to run this one and we are going to return this one. Okay, so this will be zeros and ones, so it won't be int 64, but we need to convert this one to int 64. So it is done. Okay, so once it is done, we have a insert and update two modules. So insert and update is done. We are going to take all the tasks, right? Okay, fun. Okay, not get all nodes. Okay, all nodes means only completed nodes. Okay, only completed nodes. So this all functions are mostly async function. We are little bit we are going to use everything throughout the application. We are going to use async and await. So these functions, all the functions are async functions only. So this function also async only, async, and we are going to return list of nodes. Okay, so once we got the list of nodes, we need to return it. So for this nodes list, we are going to create a nodes. Then I'm going to take the list of items. What is this? What is not self? This one. Okay, so once it is done, we are going to create for loop item. In here we are going to add the db self.db dot prepare. So this is a query node table. So the table is the table name which we are defining. We are going to use all the variables which we defined before only. That variable is an expression column. Okay, so table name dot filter. So we can, if you directly take the table name, means it will give all the data, but we need a filtration. We need a where condition, like kind of thing. Where condition is node completed is equal to 0. Node completed is equal to 0 in the sense it's not completed nodes. Okay, so all task means only not non-completed task we are going to take. So from this ID we are going to the returning one is this nodes. Okay, not the table one. So we are going to nodes list dot append, the new element will be node nodes. Okay, so this id will be item dot, okay, item, this is a row. Okay, so whenever it is coming as a row, we need to pass a table name, note id. Okay, note id, here item note title. Okay, here note completed. Okay, so now the list will be added manipulatorily. Added, what is this? I think we need to add, right? Okay, good. So now we are going to return the list, return the nodes list. Okay, return the nodes list. Good. So the all we are fetching all the non-completed task, and we need to have another one completed task also. So get all completed task, and we are going to change the status to 1. So this is a completed task. Okay, so the things are good. We created a table and we created a database table, and then in next video we are going to use this database table in our data source, and we are going to write use cases, data sources, and then how we are doing fetching and inserting all those things in a clean code architecture. We will see in the next video. Okay, thank you.